wait to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58. It's NFC Championship time. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Alert! Alert! Fix the evil! Fix the evil!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Young from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, Young. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Young to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. Touchdown! Miles Sanders from 10 yards out. And the Panthers have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, Young loses it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Matt Amendola now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Young off the play fake. He's going to go up top again. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 2nd and 9, Young, and he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Now Young. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Finding room at midfield. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down, Young. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Third and short yardage, Young. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Let's go. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Prescott steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On play action, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
That's going to be caught. Arcega-Whiteside. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And he's got it. Completion good for 14 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 57 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats, CD, it shows us he covered better than 20 yards after the initial contact was made. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Here's Pollard again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd.
19 tight, 19, pat the street, pat the street.
Young working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Young on 1st down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 4 yards remain for second down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Panthers 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay, great.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Hands it off out of the gun. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great play there. 33 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
49. Panthers 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second. Oh, Young loses it. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Young. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Now a dump off here complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw, Young. Looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On second and goal, here's the option. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run here on third and goal. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Prescott looks to throw on first. Rolling to his left. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bryan Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. on 1st and 10, Young. He'll get just a yard on the scramble at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the